Hello friends! Unlike the Sandero, only 1.6-liter gasoline engines were placed under the hood of the Stepway. The 8-valve K7M, 84 horsepower, and the 16-valve K4M, 103 horsepower. Both units have a timing belt drive. The roller belt should be renewed every 60,000 kilometers or 3 years. Together with them, it is recommended to change the pump, driven by a toothed belt. The water pump can leak after 70 to 120,000 kilometers. When replacing the timing, fogging or leakage is sometimes found in the area of the front crankshaft oil seal. Only the 103 horsepower K4M got hydraulic lifters, but the 84 horsepower K7M needs mechanical valve clearance adjustment. Gaps can leave the tolerance zone after 130 to 150,000 kilometers. For 7 to 9 years, corrosion destroys the exhaust system mount. However, the resonator may also burn out. From time to time, the ignition coils or the thermostat fail. The version with automatic transmission appeared in the summer of 2011. Until that time, only a 5-speed manual transmission was offered, which was paired exclusively with an 8-valve 1.6. The manual transmission was different from the one installed in a regular hatchback. The Stepway used a JR5 box, while the Sandero used a JH3. In addition to other gear ratios, the raised version used a hydraulic clutch and a cable gear selection mechanism. The drive shafts are also different. There is no vulnerable left-hand drive boot, which often leaked. And that means you won't have to worry about transmission fluid leaks, at least not yet. The manual transmission clutch usually serves more than 100 to 150,000 kilometers. The 4-speed automatic DP2 relied only on the most powerful 16-valve 1.6. Switching the box is almost imperceptible, and it is set up for a power ride. For traffic light races or dynamic overtaking, an automatic transmission is not suitable. Fortunately, there are no serious problems with it. The handling of the Stepway is not the most outstanding. High ground clearance and very soft suspension do not contribute to fast cornering. Stepway's element is bad roads. The suspension is able to filter out bumps well. On the highway, the semi-crossover stands confidently, is not afraid of crosswinds, but when changing direction, one must be prepared for a slow reaction and some disobedience, the cost of raising the center of gravity. The Stepway's springs are longer and thicker than the regular Sanderos, and the strut mounts are reinforced with additional weld points. Other hubs and brake discs are here. The front shock absorbers are surrendered after 60 to 100,000 kilometers, and the rear after 120 to 150,000 kilometers. After 100 to 150,000 kilometers, the springs may become unusable. The rear ones usually break. Ball bearings take care of 50 to 70,000 kilometers. Silent blocks are handed over a little later. Silent blocks of the rear beam may require replacement after 150 to 200,000 kilometers. By 100 to 150,000 kilometers, front or rear wheel bearings may buzz. In cars without ABS, over time the brake force regulator, Sorcerer, begins to knock or creak. The noise comes from behind and occurs when driving over bumps, rocking the body, or starting off. Designers painted the sills and bottom of the bumpers in silver. These elements are easily scratched, acquiring a shabby appearance. In addition, sooner or later, the plastic lining on the wheel arches begins to move away. Red spots can be found on the tailgate. The sealant rubs the paint of the door to the metal, which after a while begins to bloom. Sometimes corrosion is found on the VIN number, which is located under the hood, on the support cup of the right shock absorber. Paint blistering is a common occurrence in door drain plugs. In many instances, cracking of the paintwork is observed at the junction of the rear wing and roof in the gutter. As for the electrical part, traditionally for Renault, paddle shifters fail. Usually the sound signal stops working, the button at the end of the left switch, or the wiper operation is disrupted, the right switch. The generator may require repair after 100 to 150,000 kilometers. In most cases, it is necessary to change noisy bearings, less often worn brushes, a diode bridge, or a relay regulator. On cars manufactured in 2010 to 2012, the alternator pulley was unscrewed and flew off. The pulley here is ordinary, without a freewheel. After 150,000 kilometers, the air conditioner radiator may become unusable. In some cases, it is possible to change the bearing of the air conditioning compressor clutch. If you know of other model malfunctions, be sure to write about it.